Can he put it in? Goal, South Florida! Unbelievable! Now for Brian. It's in the goal! It's a shot. South Florida goal! Hello everyone and welcome back for another exciting game of MLS Next Soccer. Here coming from Sanford, Florida, we bring you South Florida Football Academy versus Orlando City South. So sure to be a big matchup today against Orlando City. This is one of two Orlando City teams, and South Florida has not had very good luck against these teams in the past. We're hoping to change that today. Coach Jordan on hand again with our usual lineup. Some players are missing in action today due to injury or other issues, but I'm sure we're going to have a heck of a matchup today. MLS Flex still in the hunt as South Florida Football Academy need a win here to hopefully stay alive for that MLS Flex in Maryland. Coach Jordan really amping up the practices this week and trying to get these kids prepared for the challenges of this weekend. And this is one of two games. Fortunately, we can't bring you the highlights from the game previously, which was against IMG. But be sure to tune in for those highlights on the channel. Now, Orlando City South has got a pretty good record this season. They're no joke. They're definitely here to win today. It is not as hot as we expected it to be. There was some real downpour of rain the night before, so the field is a little sloshy. It's a little wet. And onto the lineup, you have Coach James has brought Mora up for this weekend. He is starting at left side. Joaquin on the right. You have Julian out left. Brian and Jadiel in the middle, along with Gabriel making his appearance here on the right side of the field. Crosby's on the left back. Edan and Matthew taking up the center back. John out injured, so Matthew filling that role in the back four, along with Jaden out on the right back side. Colton, our one and only keeper, again starting today, as he has in every match. The rock of the team as we march through this season. Colton, luckily, no injuries to report, and has hung in there each and every game, producing some great saves and really helping out the team overall. So we'll see what Coach Jordan has in store today to surprise this Orlando City South team. He's come up with some interesting game plans to where South Florida has been either very competitive or has suffered some pretty traumatic losses. But we are hoping for the latter here today, as we hope to surprise this Orlando City South team and come away with a win to help further our chances. Now, we have a pretty deep bench for this trip, so hopefully we'll be able to utilize that to our advantage. Doesn't look like Orlando City has many players to pull from today, maybe going through some injuries of their own. We're without Nick, and as I mentioned before, John, both out with injury. So we are suffering a little bit, as well as Gavin is missing from the lineup. So that's three starters that we are down today. And Coach Jordan having to bring some players up in order to fill in those roles. So we'll see how it goes today and hope for a big win. And we'll be bringing you this game and much, much more in a few minutes. Hang with us. Do you want to see some really great photos of soccer games and wildlife? Head on over to M_J_Beard at Instagram, and you will see some of the most amazing photos you will ever see, and it'll be hard to believe they were taken with a camera and not just being seen in real life. These are some amazing photos, and I strongly encourage you to head on over to M_J_Beard to take a look at these great shots while you can. I want you to remember this name when you're thinking about buying another pair of cleats that are just the same old thing. Tiki Customs at eBay. Tiki Customs provides you with some unique footwear for the field that nobody else will have. Techie Customs at eBay has a 100% satisfaction rating with over 500 sales. Techie Customs at eBay can provide you that unique look that you're looking for. And if you want something done original, you can check them out at Techie Cleats on Instagram. Techie Cleats, and you can drop them a DM to see what they can make for you. So why don't you head on over, check it out, and see what it is that you might like, or you might want your feet to look good in. All right, all set for kickoff here. As teams come out, waiting for the referee to get in place. As we wait for the kickoff, Orlando City's going to start the match with the ball. We have a couple other games going on in the background here. I believe that's our 2018 playing to the west of us. They also needing a win. They're in the hunt for MLS Flex, so they're needing to get a win in the win column. Trying to advance forward as this ball goes out into touch for the first throw. Crosby launching it in, finds Mora. Mora has the ball taken away. Crosby quick to get back on it and back into Mora. Mora putting a through ball in, but Joaquin unable to get on it. And Orlando City play it back to the keeper. Orlando City with some fairly large center backs. Probably a couple of the biggest ones I've seen this season. As this ball lands in the midfield for Curley. Curley getting it out to Gabrielle. Gabrielle now trying to make something happen on that left side. Can't get it done. And it's going to go out for another throw. Gabrielle wearing number 95. New to the team. As he gets this ball into Joaquin. Joaquin in the box looking for some help. Gets it off to Gabrielle. Gabrielle playing it back. Finds Crosby. Crosby back to Edon. And Orlando City avoid any danger there. Matthew now with the ball. Matthew's got his head up, puts the ball long and into the box, finds Curley, tries to head it forward. But the Orlando City center back there, as Jadiel comes down with it. And we're going to have our first foul of the game. Usually I have Jeffrey here with me, but Jeffrey unfortunately is unavailable for this match. So we take another look here at this foul. Looks like a little pull on Jadiel there. But unable to make it today, as are some of the players from our team. Unfortunately, everybody's getting a little ill here. As Mora puts the ball into the box, it's headed on and into the hands of the keeper. But a very nice ball into the box by Mora. First chance to South Florida Football Academy. As they retreat here to try to defend. Orlando City using a speedy winger here to come up the field. Mora there to defend, pokes it away. Mora on the run now. Mora's got his head up, puts another through ball, can't find Bryant. Tries for a slide tackle, and he catches a piece of that Orlando player. He's going to be lucky not to get a yellow card here. And it's going to be Orlando City ball. As you're going to see here, Mora ultra aggressive, trying to win this ball back. He comes sliding in and just catches a little bit of the Orlando City player. But not enough to earn that card, thank goodness. As that looked kind of dangerous. But, oh well. Fouled Orlando City. Orlando City takes it short and working over to the right side. Orlando City now in possession. Crosby out to defend. Ball into Gabrielle. Gabrielle can't get it away though. Orlando City now in the box, threatening. Ball into the middle. Matthew deflects it away. Joaquin now giving chase. He's got Jadiel with him. He gets it over to Bryant. Bryant with some footwork in the middle. He puts it out to the right side. Jaden using all his speed to get up the field, makes contact. Jadiel there to overlap. Jaden takes a touch inside, puts it into the box, but nobody there to get on top of that one. Again, another threatening attack from South Florida, which is a good thing to see here because this Orlando City team seems to be a little bit taken back by this as they're trying to find avenues in. As Joaquin applies the pressure here to the ball, the lone player to do so, and Orlando City moves this ball up the field. Out to the right side now. Orlando City moving the ball up the right side. Looking for another player, but that one takes a deflection. It's going to be out for a throw. Coach Jordan on the sideline, urging his players forward, trying to get them organized to defend here. Crosby now throwing it back to Edon. Edon immediately under pressure. Able to get it off to Crosby. There is pressure all over the place. This ball given away in the midfield. Out through the middle here. Jaden there to defend. Shot. Ooh, and it's just over the bar. Living dangerously here a little bit. as Orlando City is already pouring on the pressure. Here comes number 6, Eddie Don, who's trying to dribble away, manages to pass the ball back to Colton. Colton now getting it over to Matthew. Matthew immediately under pressure gets it over to Jaden. Jaden now pressured again. Orlando City not playing cautiously here as they are on a full-out attack on South Florida. And this one takes a deflection back to the keeper. And Colton's going to let this roll out for a goal kick. Some big trouble here early on. As this ball played over to Don, Orlando relaxes a little bit. Not so much pressure on the ball. Don plays it across to Matthew. Matthew's got his head up, passes it over to Jaden. Jaden really with nowhere to go, but it looks like he's making something happen. Oh, he got the ball poked away. This could be trouble. Number 6 on the ball, pass into the middle. Matthew there to defend, pokes it free, but it lands back to number 6. Number 6 with a shot, takes a deflection, and it's away for a corner. Oh, man, did South Florida get away with one there. Orlando City on the corner now. Header, and it's away for a goal kick for South Florida. Well, South Florida dodging some bullets early on here. Let's hope that they can continue to do so for the rest of this 80-minute match. As Adon puts this ball way up the field, Gabrielle able to keep it in, plays it over to Crosby. Crosby trying to play it forward, but it goes out for a throw to Orlando. One of Orlando's twin towers in the back there throws it in. And now playing with it in the backfield. South Florida switching nicely to follow the movement of the ball. Orlando City does tend to like to work out to the sideline and see what they can get from there. As the center back has the ball comfortably. No pressure. Now here comes the pressure from South Florida. Edon with a nice steal there. He's taking it up the field. Looking for Mora. Can't find him. Cut out by this Orlando City center back. Orlando City now again back on the attack. Looking to advance, and they do. Oh, cutting through South Florida's defense. Johnny there, but he gives up a foul in trying to win that ball. As Johnny does get a little handsy there with his contact. Getting a whole handful of jersey. But again, just kind of testing the tensile strength of those Adidas jerseys that Orlando City has compared to the Capelli. All right, Orlando City free kick here. It's into the box, headed down and over the net. Again, South Florida dodging a bullet, and there's a lot of complaining there going on. But again, one for over the net. As Colton takes this one, passes over to Adon. Adon crossing the field across goal there. Matthew having a difficult touch there. Luckily, no severe pressure from Orlando City. He gets it off to Jaden. Matthew coming over to assist, puts this ball in, but it goes up through the middle of the field. Orlando City has a player on the run and passes it into the goal, and it's 1-0 Orlando City. Fortunately, it looked like it was going to happen. This ball played up the middle. Matthew just trying to clear it out of the backfield. Orlando City on top of it very quickly, passing the ball through the middle. Number 6 gets on it and just pokes it past Colton for the first goal of the game. 1-0. Orlando City. Well, you can chalk that up to inexperience in the position, or you can chalk it up to just a failure overall by players to win the ball. But no matter what, it's 1-0 on the scoreboard. And let's hope South Florida can move on as this ball is trying to go up the right side. Gabrielle gets knocked to the ground. No foul called there. Orlando City now back on it. Gabrielle able to get it back for South Florida. Gabrielle having to fight off a defender here. Don putting it long and out of bounds for an Orlando throw. Orlando taking it quickly. Gabrielle able to win it back. Ball gets played back in the backfield. Ball goes long and into Colton, who grabs it and runs to the top of his box. Orlando City seem to lay off the pressure now as they're letting Matthew bring this ball up the field. He plays it over to Jaden. Jaden back to Matthew. Now here comes the pressure. Matthew back to Colton. And Colton sends it long and up the right side of the field where Brian is waiting, and he gets a little foot to it, gets it off to Julian. Julian now having to defend the ball, gets it off to Matthew. Matthew playing it long up the field, looking for Joaquin, but he is not there. And Orlando again get this ball in the middle of the field. And number 6 is running at our goal. They get off to number 20. 20 takes a shot. Colton deflects it, and it's going to go out for a corner. So again, Orlando City attacking the South Florida goal. they wait the corner. It's short, headed away by Crosby, it looks like. Orlando City maintains possession, puts a little bit of a shot there, a little bit of a floater, which Colton comes down with, no problem. Moore now trying to win the ball back, can't do it. Orlando City maintain possession. Orlando City playing this ball wide out to the right side. They've got a player there, but Edon is there as well, and it looks like this one's going to be a goal kick. Colton puts the ball on the ground, passes it over to Matthew. Matthew now in possession. Not seeing anybody to give the ball to, passes it back to Colton. Colton back to Matthew. Not much has changed. Matthew bringing the ball up a little bit. Got to be cautious of his touch here. Plays it over to Jadiel. Jadiel takes the touch inside and wins a foul. Just a little bit of contact here. Not much, but enough to get the whistle blown. Orlando player caught reaching. We'll take that. Hopefully get out of our area for a little bit. Matthew stands over the ball, looking for a pass. Puts the ball long and into the Orlando City box. It's headed back. And Jadiel trying to get there to win it back. Matthew ends up winning it back, although he runs over the ball. Gets it off to Jody. Jody now on the ball, trying to make something happen. Flicks it into the air. Finds Joaquin. Joaquin can't control it. And it goes in out to touch for a throw. Orlando City throwing the ball back. In control of the game. They're up 1-0, but a lot of game to be played here. We're only about 12 minutes in. So, Orlando City playing back to their keeper. South Florida not really pressuring the keeper or the two center backs. Trying to maintain this front line here. Hoping to push Orlando City out to the sides, it looks like, as Mora puts a little bit of pressure on the center back to force that pass. But they earn another foul. And this time it is against Jody once more. Jody having to use every advantage he could possibly get. Sometimes it's a pull of a jersey, sometimes it's a clip of the heel. But he does it so effectively that if he gets called for 20% of those, I'm happy. So he gets away with a lot, thankfully. But there are times where he gets caught. So ball playing back to Orlando City as they took the free kick short. But now in South Florida territory as they pass this ball in front of the halfway line. Now out to the right side. Julian's going to get his back of his heel and get called for the foul. Not a major incident, but again, enough to get the whistle blown. As you can see, there's just a little bit of contact there to the foot. Well, Coach Jordan looking on. I know he's not pleased with the scoreline right now. I think he's going to try to move some sort of tactic here to try to get this game even before halftime, but we'll see. Right now, South Florida look like they're sticking with the same game plan they had to start. And Orlando City is more than willing to take up the time necessary in order to just pass the ball back and forth. Running up that clock here as Gabriel comes away with that one. Nice little dribble on the outside and wins a throw. He takes it quickly. Sees Julian coming down the left sideline there. Can he win it off the big number 9? And he wins another throw, that's for sure. Crosby now taking the throw. It's into the box. Julian puts it in front of Mora, and we've got a corner. No, it looks like the referee blew for a goal kick. Kind of surprised there. Or a foul. Not sure which one, but Orlando's ball nevertheless. As they pass this ball back, and again, content with being in their backfield, having the 1-goal lead. Big number 9 blasts this one up the field. Matthew trying to get a foot to it, gets by him, and Colton grabs it before the number 6 from Orlando City could get there. And here we go again. Let's see if we can get out of the backfield. Colton rolling this one out to Matthew. Matthew with yards of space in front of him. Orlando City have completely backing off. Almost taking the same tact as South Florida. Matthew puts this ball long, sees Jaden, and it's played out of bounds by Orlando for South Florida throw. Jaden with the long throw, looking for Brian, can't find him. Orlando City trying to maintain here. Ball goes back to Matthew. Matthew plays it long once more. Oh! Gets on Julian's foot, but he can't do anything with it. Orlando City blocked it away. And John Hale's going to be called for a handball here. as he was trying to bring that ball down. And I don't know. Yeah, definitely the bicep. But a good attempt at either way. Orlando City ball. They're going to take it short once more. Playing it out to the right side. Oh, no, now changing direction here, but ultimately going that way no matter what. Orlando City trying to find a pocket of space to operate in. Can't do it, or Crosby there to shut it down. And wins a throw. That ball up to, looks like Joaquin, can't tell. He's looking for a foul, can't get it. Gabrielle now on the ball, on the sideline, passes it back to Crosby. Crosby across the middle, finds Brian, who's wide open. Brian with a little bit of space here to try to make something happen, puts the ball in the box. Saw Morris, saw Jaden, but neither one could get on it. Orlando City now on the ball. Brian coming over to win it back. I got to say that's our ball, and it is. Brian with the quick throw finds Mora. Mora getting attacked here. Brian wins the ball, passes it back to Jaden. Jaden looking, finds Joaquin. Oh, bad touch. And Orlando City get the ball back. And they play this ball right through the middle to the speedy number 6, who's back on it. Shot blocked by Colton. And, man, he might have just saved their bacon as Orlando City puts another one wide of the net, although this might be called back for offside. And, yes, it looks like it is. It's going to be offside on Orlando City. Well, the speed of the number 6 is definitely there, but good eye by the South Florida back line to put him offside. Wow, it was just inches offside. Good call by the sideline referee. It really saved their bacon on that one. But it was a good save nonetheless by Colton to send that ball wide. Ball at Adon's foot. No pressure whatsoever. Allowed to play this ball in. He plays it over to the right side. Can Jaden get there? Oh, he could, but he just couldn't keep it in bounds. So it's going to be a goal kick for Orlando City. Orlando City now on the ball. Dribbling the ball forward. No pressure again from South Florida. It's some facility here at Orlando City. We had originally set to play on different fields. But as I mentioned earlier, there was a heavy downpour of rain, which made a lot of the fields unplayable. So moved to this field, and our game time changed to coordinate that, as now there are less fields to play on. But it is a fairly large facility with multiple fields. This is one heck of a complex that they have here, South Orlando City, South. But yeah, due to that heavy rain, I had having to make changes. The field overall, though, doesn't look too bad. It does have an angled pitch to it, so it looks like the water drains pretty well. As the shot comes from there, Matthew deflects it. Crosby able to put it back at the top of the box. Shot again. This one goes wide. Will number 6 get there? He does. He crosses it back. No Orlando City player can get to it, and it was called out no matter what. So, South Florida ball. So we take another look here. I don't know if he called them offsides or if the ball was already out. I'm going to go with it was already out. And that's why it's going to be a goal kick. Colton playing it over to Adon. Don dribbling the ball up. Orlando City, no pressure. Which I'm really surprised because they were getting a lot of opportunities when they were applying the pressure there. But deciding against it and play for a throw for South Florida. This ball goes right to Julian's foot. He plays it to Gabrielle. He tries to get a shot off. Tries to get off another shot. Can't do it. South Florida looking for a foul, but I really don't think anything was there. Crosby harassing this Orlando City defender. Ball popped up again. Headed forward by Orlando City. They're going to try to juggle this one past Jadiel and Adon, but Adon comes away with it. Now, Gabrielle, I think, gets called for a foul, or somebody gets called for a foul. Looks like Orlando City. We'll take another look. And this looks like a good spot, and here it is, right there, the little push from the center back, and that's all the referee needed to call that foul. This is a dangerous spot. It's just outside the box. Looks like Brian and Mora are standing over the ball. See who's going to take it. And it looks like Brian. Brian takes a shot. Oh! And it just goes over. Brian has had some very good successes this year with free kicks. This one just a little over the bar. And going to result in a goal kick for Orlando. We really could have used that goal to try to even things up. As South Florida look like they're a little bit more into this game right now than Orlando City. they had a lot of fire, Orlando City, and then all of a sudden they just sort of dropped off. And they've been allowing South Florida to get a foothold in this game, surprisingly. You think they would go in for the attack and score another one to really try to solidify their lead, but instead opting to kind of slow things down. They're not pressing the ball. They're not going after it as hard as they were earlier in the half. Orlando City now throwing the ball in the middle of the field. Having to pass. Oh, almost had to pass back as a result of the pressure, but find a little gap in there. Ball into the box. Matthew plays it down to Adon. Adon now under pressure. Kicks it away. Orlando City heading it back across the field. Oh, Orlando City player has difficulty bringing that ball down. Able to get it off to the number 6. He's now got time on the ball. He's going to play that one in. Adon heading that one away. Jaden gets it to Matthew. Matthew kicking it forward. Julian gets there, and Julian gets pushed by the big number 60 and is going to get another South Florida foul. Julian getting beat up today, as this is the second foul in as many minutes that he has gotten there. Not much to that one, but this referee sees any type of hands on another player, and it looks like he's blowing that whistle. So trying to set a precedent here in this game to be hands off as Matthew dribbles this ball forward with no pressure whatsoever. He's over the midfield line now. Plays it short to Mora. Mora under pressure. Mora looking around. Plays the ball over to the left side to a wide open Crosby. Brings that ball down nicely, but is called for offsides. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to have a very good angle of this. As Mora runs this ball over. Crosby looks like he's onside when the ball's played. But, again, my angle not the best. I find it hard to believe that he wasn't onside there, but again, referees, without the advantage of VAR, they are the sole decision makers as they play this one number 60. And he plays it across. So, Orlando City now. Again, here comes the pressure a little bit from South Florida. Just to push them back. And Mora now, again, trying to apply a little bit of pressure. Orlando City now trying to bring the ball up. Joaquin coming back to try to help out. Can't get it. Jaden now with 2 Orlando City players on his side. And they play it back. Are forced to play back. Almost their midfield, but then play the ball up. Johnny applying some pressure there. Orlando City come away with it once more. Julian able to poke it free and gets it off to Joaquin. Joaquin trying to find Mora. Can't do it, but Mora wins the ball back. Now some fancy work here, trying to maintain possession. He's drawn a couple of defenders. He's able to get it off to Adon, and Adon plays it up the field to Brian. Brian gets a push in the back, and he gets a foul called on him, and again by number 60 of Orlando City. That's his second foul in this series of play, as I think his size plays against him. I don't know what they're putting in the water here in Orlando, but it's bred some fairly large athletes, because the size factor here is definitely considerable. As Jaden plays this one into the middle, fortunately takes a deflection and lands to Orlando City player. Johnny overruns the ball there, but able to recover. As Orlando City tries to press this ball, they get it into the number 6, Matthew defending. Orlando City get it ball back, cross into the middle. Adon plays this ball out, and it's going to be for a corner to Orlando City. Ball looks like it's going to go over the box, and it does, but it lands to the number 6, who plays it across again, headed down. Colton able to get a hold of it. No real threat there, as it didn't have any pace on it. Colton plays it long up to Mora, who's got just 2 defenders, now 4, 5. Nice little nutmeg there. And nutmeg again for number 2. Gets around number 60. I think he was hoping to draw a foul there. Didn't get it. Brian plays a nice ball. And, I think that was meant for Julian. Joaquin stuck his foot out and deflected that pass. Oh, Julian could have been in on goal on that one, but Joaquin did not know. Ball in play here. Nice through ball up through the middle. Number 21 from Orlando City now getting on it. And Jaden defends it well. It looks like it's going to be another corner. Taking a look at this nice little nutmeg from Mora, as he gets through the legs of that big number 60 and advances the ball here. And again, just a shame that Joaquin does not have eyes in the back of his head He may have let that ball go through. And here comes the corner. Colton reaches up to try to get it. He can't get it. Crosby pokes it away. Pokes it away again. Shot. This one deflected again. Looked like it was deflected by Edon initially. Crosby now back on it. Passes it off to Gabriel, who lets it run. He's looking for some help, but he's got 3 Orlando City defenders all over him as they recovered nicely to stop that run there. And Orlando City keeper playing it out to the left side. I'll tell you, Orlando City seems to be in really good shape as they defended that breakaway pretty well. As the ball goes into the middle once more. And shot, but it looks like it's going to go well wide of the goal. It's going to be a goal kick to Colton. Pass over to Matthew. Orlando City have completely abandoned the press now and are just dropping back, allowing the 2 center backs from South Florida to have full length of the half. As Edon tries to put on some footwork here against the number 6, the lone defender. Matthew now on the ball. Plays it long. It's down the field. Joaquin is giving chase. Orlando City feeling a bit of pressure here. Can they get out of it? Deep in their own corner. And the answer is yes. Joaquin now giving chase to put some pressure. This is the most South Florida has pressure in front. Could they come away with one here? Oh, almost. As Joaquin pressured the goalie. Goalie forced to kick it away, and they have a throw. As Mora brings this one down to the corner. Orlando City able to take it away from him, deflected off Jaden, and it's going to be Orlando City throw. Orlando City now into their captain. Plays it over to their keeper. Keeper now well out of his box. Plays it over to the center back on the right side. Orlando City just about at half field now. No pressure whatsoever from South Florida as they maneuver this ball wherever they like. Goalkeeper for Orlando City now. Passing the ball up the middle. Again, no real reason for Orlando City to advance this ball other than to try to get another goal. But taking all the time that they like, which ultimately is not good for South Florida, but it is the first half, so they can allow certain things to transpire here. Joaquin is doing the most running today as he's going back and forth trying to put pressure on this ball. Orlando City now dribbling through the middle, trying to take a shot. That was ambitious from that distance as this ball is kicked back all the way to the center backs who let the goalie get it, who is about 10 yards outside of his box. Orlando City play it over to the right side. Center back, no pressure. Here comes Brian now. Gives a little bit of a chase so that they switch the side. Mora now in front of the ball. And Orlando City plays it again over to the right. Well, you can't say it's not the most exciting. Actually, you could probably say it's not the most exciting, but it does have bits of excitement. So it just comes in waves. So you got to try to fill that time as we have a foul called here. Let's take another look. It's like Mora coming across. Maybe gets a little bit of his foot. But referee, once again, maintaining his discipline for contact. And Orlando City now well within the South Florida half. Looking for the cross. And that is not going to endanger the goal at any rate. Colt now on the ball, urging his players to get forward, creating that space for the center backs to operate in, and rolls it out to Edon. Edon playing the ball back over to Matthew. Matthew now with his head up. He's going to put the ball long, as he has done most of the time that he's had the ball today. This time it finds an Orlando City player. And now South Florida having to run back to get back on defense. Jaden able to win that ball back. Gets it up into the middle of the field. But Orlando City come away once again. Orlando City getting pressured here by Gabriel. And put the ball out of bounds. Jordan barking some orders there on the sideline. Not thinking he's happy with the delivery. This ball gets played up to Julian. Orlando City take it back. Crosby heading the ball down, and referee is allowing the play to continue, and then ultimately calls a foul once Brian hits the deck. I really think he had 2 fouls here One was on Crosby first, and then that one there on Bryant. So Orlando City not shy to commit the fouls here. Free kick. Mora's going to take this one. Bryant is off to the side as Mora takes this one, puts it into the box. Oh, nobody really there to get a foot on it. Jaden able to come away with it. Trying to make a play. Can't get it into anybody. Mora, was trying to cut off the runner. Did a good job at least slowing him down. But now South Florida have a problem. The big number 10 heads the ball forward. Mora trying to keep up. Oh, he tries to commit a foul there. Oh, shot right at Colton. He blocks it. Jadiel comes away with it. Passes it off to Crosby. South Florida can have an attack here if they rush. Crosby bringing the ball up the field. Plays the ball up, looking for Brian. Can't find him. And kicked away by the big center back of Orlando City. Matthew tried to bring that ball down. It actually went under his foot. And Colton comes away with it, rolls it over to Matthew. Matthew, no pressure. Plays the ball this time over to the left side, and he's got Gabriel. Gabriel comes away with it. Oh, and the Orlando City keeper, alert, grabs it and is looking to roll it. But that was a nice cross from Matthew to find Gabriel. Let's see if we can do more of that as this game continues. Orlando City now on the ball, playing it up through the middle of the field. Takes a little deflection there. Joaquin able to poke it away to Brian. Can the midfielders get something going? Jadiel passes through to Joaquin. Joaquin to Julian. Julian trying to hold up play. Can't do it. Orlando City come away with it. And long ball. Matthew there to deflect it down. Gets it off to Jotty. Jotty to Julian. Julian to Crosby. Crosby, who's playing way up the field. Gets going on the left side. And another foul from the same player that fouled Brian earlier. Well, Orlando City is basically saying, we're not going to let you get any further than where you're getting. And if we have to, we're going to foul you. And Crosby had nothing but daylight in front of him. Number 10 just comes across and takes him out. And Mora stands over the ball one more time. See if he can put this ball in the box. Puts it well over the goal. I think he was looking for a runner to the back post, but ball placement just wasn't there. And the goalie for Orlando City plays this one out of the box. And here we go one more time. Some crucial games coming up for South Florida. Again, in that hunt for that MLS Next Flex as Joaquin blocks that pass from the goalie. And a shot from Mora. Will this go in? And it's headed in by Orlando City. And it's 1-1 South Florida on a blooper kick from Mora, who saw the goalie was off his line. Put it over his head. Orlando City player tried to clear, but ended up heading the ball into his goal. And we are all tied up here just before the half. What a run by Joaquin to deflect that ball. Mora then pops it over his head, and it looks like they were going to clear it, and it just goes right in the upper corner of the goal. Unbelievable. What a shock and awe surprise there from South Florida Football Academy to tie this game up just before the half. Who would have called that one? Certainly not me. As Orlando City played this one out, can South Florida ride this momentum to the half and score another one? We will see. Orlando City seem to be a little bit bewildered as they keep popping this ball up in the air. And that'll do it for the half. South Florida, Orlando City tied 1-1. Back after this. I want you to remember this name when you're thinking about buying another pair of cleats. They're just the same old thing. Techie Customs at eBay. Techie Customs provides you with some unique footwear for the field that nobody else will have. Techie Customs at eBay has 100% satisfaction rating with over 500 sales. Techie Customs at eBay can provide you that unique look that you're looking for. And if you want something done original, you can check them out at Techie Cleats on Instagram. Techie Cleats, and you can drop them a DM to see what they can make for you. So why don't you head on over, check it out, and see what it is that you might like, or you might want your feet to look good in. Welcome back, everyone, to Orlando City South Fields here in Sanford, Florida, where South Florida Football Academy has tied this game up in the last few minutes of the first half on a blooper kick created by Joaquin, put away by Mora, and not cleared by Orlando City to make it 1-1. Unbelievable. I think Coach Jordan's got to be feeling a little bit lucky there to have a tie going into this half, as it looked like Orlando City was all set to just roll us over after scoring that first goal, but inexplicably took their foot off the gas and allowed South Florida to get back into this game through the pressure that they exerted there towards the end. Now, South Florida had a few chances here, not all Orlando City, but clearly Orlando City had a game plan at the beginning. I just don't know why they came off of it. They could see we were passing out of the back. We weren't doing a good job of it. Their press was working, and they just let off of it. Not exactly sure why that was. We did have some good chances when we did get out of the back. So maybe the coach just decided to play it safe and bring his players into the backfield to prevent any type of chances that we could get. And it did work for a little bit, but much like Jurassic Park, life finds a way, goals find a way in soccer, and we have tied it up. Something that we're hoping to build on in the second half. Looks like Coach Jordan is diligently going over some sort of game plan to change things up, to get them more chances and get them into this game. Because a tie is good. A win is better. As you all know, a win provides 3 points. A tie provides only 1. And every point matters when trying to qualify for MLS Flex, which only the top 7 teams from this division will advance to go to that tournament in Maryland. So that's an important second half coming up here. We hope you keep tuning in to watch and see how this turns out, because it's pretty much life or death at this point when it comes in terms of this tournament. So be back with the second half after this. Are you looking for something new and unique? Then head on over to our sponsor, Techie Apparel. Techie Apparel, bringing you all that's new in the soccer world with unique designs, one of a kind that you can't find anywhere else, from t-shirts to mugs and even to cleats. Yes, cleats, custom-made cleats like these Venom cleats that you cannot find anywhere else, only at Techie Apparel. That's T-E-C-H-Y at Etsy.com, Techie Apparel. Also, for something out of this world, you can see our new Galaxy cleats that are up for sale. And believe me, they are one in the universe, and that is it. So take a look, come on by at Techie Apparel, T-E-C-H-Y Apparel at Etsy.com. All right, we are back for the second half. South Florida Football Academy versus Orlando City. South Florida starting with the ball. M.A.D kicking the ball off up to the middle of the field. Ooh, Gabriel got a little bit of a push there in the back. No call. Orlando City able to clear the danger, but ultimately kick it out for a throw for South Florida. Orlando City seemed to be a little discombobulated. Their passes aren't as crisp as I thought that they would be. Maybe they're coming off of a difficult game, or just having a little bit of a problem there. As that ball takes a deflection, Jaden ends up getting it free. Orlando City maintaining possession. Brian able to get it to Crosby. Crosby up to Julian, but cut out by Orlando City, and then eventually falls to the feet of Brian. Brian now dribbling around, trying to find some avenue to get through. This one to Crosby. Crosby to M.A.D. M.A.D up the field, but Orlando City player there to run on it. And then the ball finds the feet of Gabriel. Gabriel with a nice ball into Mora, who's going to be called for offsides. That's unfortunate, because it looked like he was in a good place to take off there, but you can clearly see, without me highlighting or stopping the reel, he has passed every single Orlando City defender by a good margin. But still, good attacking-minded play here from South Florida as Orlando City takes that free kick short. Everybody just appears to be walking right now. We're getting into the flow, the rhythm of the second half. I think our 2008 team is not doing too well at this point. I believe they are behind, as Orlando City taking their time. Big number 9, not really sure what he wants to do here, and passes it over to 23. Ball up the right side. Number 10 moving around, plays the ball back. Moore going to apply pressure. Moore always seems to find himself in a spot where he gets an opportunity to get these strange goals, but it's very alert. It looks like it's a fluke, but realistically, he had to pick his head up. He had to see that the goalie was out of position in order to play that ball as Jadiel wins the foul and loses his boot in the process. And the number 60 for Orlando City getting a talking to from the referee. That's a number of fouls he has committed. Actually, that was a foul against Jadiel. I don't know how that one works, but foul against Jadiel there, even though number 60 was getting a talking to. And Orlando City played this ball out to the right side. Number 6 going against Crosby. And then Brian getting the foul there. Brian going for the ball. There's a little bit of a shirt pull there from number 6. And it's going to be South Florida ball. Don was looking to take it quick. Decides to play it back to his keeper. Orlando City coming back with the pressure. Oh, Colton was under pressure from the number 6. Gets it over to Matthew, who has absolutely nobody near him. And he plays this ball up the field, looking for Joaquin, who passes it on to Jaden. Jaden with some daylight here. Jaden cutting through, trying to get into the box. Can't get in there. There's a collision. And it looks like it's going to go the way of Orlando City. We'll take another look here. Yeah, it looks like Jaden just collides into him, trying to win the ball. And Orlando City's going to win that foul. All right, Orlando passing it back to their goalie. Mora is trotting around. Brian looking to creep in there. Thought he could read the pass. No pass came. And Orlando City forced to play the ball long as Matthew heads that one down. Now going for some pressure against this number 6, who's got some speed on him. Matthew gets some help from Jaden, who clears the ball, and it's going to be Orlando City's for a throw. Orlando City throws the ball in. Number 6 bringing it down, crosses it, but it never goes into the infield. It goes out by the back of the goal. And Colton will have a free kick. Edon on the ball now. Moving the ball forward. Plays this ball long and up the field. Was looking for the runner there, but headed back and away by Orlando City. Orlando City's number 10 now on the ball. Bringing it back. Nobody attending to him except for Edon, who gets a deflection on the pass. And it looks like there was going to be some sort of foul called. It's going to be offsides. All right, well, so far so good. And it looks a lot like the first half. I didn't see a lot of changes in game plan here. As Matthew has the ball now and is taking his space. Plays the ball long up the field, looking for Jaden. Deflected away by Orlando City, and they're going to have a throw. Jaden now on the ball. Throws the ball up the field. Knocked down by Orlando City. Jaden tries to get a foot to it, can't do it. Orlando City throw. Julian applying pressure to the big number 60. Orlando City center back now on the ball, dribbling forward. Plays the ball long. It's almost like a mirror of the two teams, as they both seem to have like the same game plan with how they're addressing the attack. Center back's just playing the ball long and into the field. As Edon gets this ball and he plays it long to the middle of the field. Number 60 heads it back down. Jody applying pressure to the number 20 from Orlando City, who gives the ball away. Actually, he doesn't. Matthew now there to defend. Colton comes out to grab that ball as Matthew delayed the attacker. Colton waiting and punts the ball away. Headed back by Orlando City. Jody trying to bring it under control. Gets over to Brian. Brian pops it over to the right side. He's looking for Joaquin, and Joaquin does a good job of defending the ball. Tries to get it up the field. Can't do it. Number 60 brings it down for Orlando City. And they are maintaining possession. All the way back to the keeper. And the fun continues. Well, as I said, they have some important matches coming up. South Florida. They have to play Athletic FC. And I think that pretty much does it for the top teams. They have Chargers, Jacksonville, West Florida Flames still in their schedule moving forward. Those are all teams pretty much in the bottom half. Florida Rush they have coming up in the near future. But again, these are all teams that are sort of in the hunt for MLS Flex tournament play. But we'll see how that goes as we get closer to the end of the season here. And Colton plays this one short over to Edon. It is kind of funny how the two teams have basically mimicked each other's defense, both dropping off and allowing the center backs to do what they want to do with the ball as this ball goes through. But doesn't find any South Florida player until Brian is able to pick it up. He passes it through to Julian, who I don't know if it was offsides or onside. No flag came up, but he couldn't get to the ball before the goalie either way. So Orlando City playing this ball out to the right. Oh, deflected by Gabriel. This could be an attack. Mora kind of goes down. I didn't really see much contact there. Maybe trying to draw the foul, but couldn't do it. Orlando City recover and now possess the ball here as they have for most of the game. So another long ball from the center back, this time up the left side. And they're going to call him for offsides, which the back line of South Florida has done a very good job on these long balls. Whenever they've gone over, they've kind of stopped in their tracks or they've read it right. And they know that the number 6 or the number 10 are going to be making their runs. So they hold. And they're very disciplined in this, and it's been very effective throughout the season as Matthew stands over this free kick. Plays it long up the field. Orlando City heading it back. Jotty giving chase. Got Orlando City player on his back. He's able to bring it down. Oh! And he gets pulled from behind and wins the foul. Jotty really not brought into the midfield very much, but is doing a pretty good job here today as he's had to fight amongst giants here. Some kids that are significantly taller and larger than him. But he's doing a great job using his body, getting in good positions, winning the ball as he just wins that foul by his body position alone. Edon takes this one short to Matthew. Matthew now bringing it up. He's got the number 6 to contend with, who is pretty quick. Gets that ball off to Joaquin. Joaquin cannot keep control of it, but it looks like he's winning it back here. That should be a foul, and it is against number 60. That's his third. And the referee should really be looking at maybe a yellow card for his continued fouls on the South Florida forwards. But it doesn't look like one's coming yet. All right, this is a good spot for a free kick here as Brian takes it. Puts the ball just outside the box here. Don's giving chase, but doesn't look like he's going to get to it. He kicks it pretty hard and then kicks it away one more time. And yes, he's going to get a yellow card from the referee. You could say it's smart. You could say it's silly. I think it's smart by Edon because he knows his players are all in up front. He's trying to delay the game so he can get back. He is a center back. He's trying to prevent them from getting an advantage. But he does earn that yellow card, unfortunately, as a result. Crosby getting his foot in there. Joaquin. And whistle blown. Looks like they wrapped him up there. Let's see who gets him. Is it Joaquin or is it Crosby? Maybe Crosby and Joaquin, both. But I think Crosby maybe earned the whistle there. All right, free kick from Orlando. Up the left side. Orlando City's got some passes there. Brian able to cut that one out, but is just mauled by the Orlando City player. No foul call. Jotty wins it back. Brian off to Joaquin. Joaquin trying to get the pass off. Does to Mora. Mora with some room to run here. Bringing the Orlando defender with him. Gets around him. Crosses it. Oh, and it's out for a corner for South Florida. Good play by Mora to advance the ball. Mora now on the corner. Ball's into the box. It's over the top of the box. Again, Edon giving chase. Oh, and he loses it. And it's going to be a throw for Orlando City. Gabriel able to win that ball. Now he's got some defenders in front of him. Can he find someone to pass to? He does. He finds Crosby. Crosby with a little bit of time. Plays the ball back smartly. Edon, oh no, he didn't see the number 6. Number 6 has got some wheels. This could be trouble. Edon running back. Cuts in front of Edon. Oh, there's a shot. Colton got it. Great play by Colton. The number 6 is looking for something. He gets nothing. Referee kind of came over there to explain to him, get up and don't worry about it. But wow, what a save from Colton. One-on-one, basically, with the Orlando player. Comes away with a big save to keep this game tied, 1-1. And, whoa, man, Colton been solid in the keeper position all season long. Big save there as Orlando City now again on the ball and advancing into South Florida territory. Jody there to defend over from the midfield, having to duke it out with the number 20. And, man, no foul call. It looks like he won the ball. As we take another look at this save from Colton, you can see the number 6 cuts in front of Idon. I don't know what kind of foul he's looking for. He got the shot off. Colton makes the save, just covers it right up. Beautiful goalkeeping from Colton. All right, South Florida look like they're going to be making some switches here as we wait for some substitutions. Crosby taking the throw. Down the line, 23 gets in front of Gabriel. Nice ball down the line, and the number 6 who's looking for the cross. He gets it through. Matthew there to deflect it away. Gets it to Crosby. Crosby punts it up the field, and it's going to go out for an Orlando City throw. Orlando City taking it, passing it back over to their keeper. Orlando City now up the middle. Brian giving chase. Can't get there. Still applying some pressure. Orlando City pass it over their center back. South Florida players warming up off the bench. Coach Jordan probably going to be making a change soon. Try to spark this South Florida offense into trying to get that go-ahead goal. As legs are starting to get heavy here as Jaden trying to defend this ball. I think he's looking for Colton to come out. Colton not coming out. Jaden blocking the ball and does so well that he wins a free kick for his team. Just using his body really well there. The Orlando City player falls down. Colton set to take the free kick. And plays it over to Idon. Orlando City has brought in some additional players here. I guess they're also going to be trying to spark their go-ahead goal there as Matthew plays this ball long. Jaden trying to get his foot in there, but it looks like there's going to be a foul against Jaden for bringing his foot up, making contact with the player. Not much to it. Just a little bit of a knee into the side there. Anybody can do it. All right, as the sun starts to go down here in Orlando, who will the curtain come down on in this game? Will it be Orlando City? Will it be South Florida? Who's going to come away the winner? Because I think somebody's still due for a goal. I don't think this is going to end in a tie. As Brian gets that ball off and is fouled, the referee stops play. South Florida was on the attack. I cannot believe he stopped play there. That looked like a clear advantage for South Florida. You could see Brian makes the pass. It's no doubt a foul. But you had Mora and Gabriel 2-on-2. That's the best odds they've had all game. And the referee apologizes to the fans for his mistake. Well, you don't see that very often, ladies and gentlemen. The fans were very upset by that call. The referee apologizing. But honestly, I don't even know if that makes up for it. It is a rarity to see. But, man, South Florida's not going to get many opportunities like that. And who knows what may have happened. I would have much rather let the play continue than have a free kick as Adon kicks this one and headed away by Orlando City. Matthew putting it back into play. Again, headed away by Orlando City. Shot, but this one goes well over the goal and into the swamp area to the back of the fields here. Orlando City coming out of the ball. Lots of fans here in attendance, as I think both teams in a crucial must-win situation here for advancement. Orlando City center back taking his time. Gabriel comes away with it. Can he find someone to pass to? He sees Jody running. Oh, bad touch there. Jody, can he come away with it? He cannot. Oh. Orlando City now on the attack. Jaden trying to slow things up. Gives a little shoulder action there and causes the throw-in. Orlando City now back on the ball. Jody coming over to help. Orlando City fighting. Johnny now comes away with it, takes a deflection off Orlando City player. It's going to be South Florida ball. All right. Long throw from Jaden. Mora trying to draw a foul. Can't do it. And it's going to be a throw for Orlando City. Joaquin giving chase, as he has done all game relentlessly. Mora now coming after the ball. Struck by the Orlando City center back, and that's going to go well out of bounds. And South Florida threatening once again. Throw deflected away by Orlando City. Brian comes down with it. Brian, nice little stop and turn. Passes it over to Mora. Mora with a nice little ball into the box. Can Jody get there? Jody fighting for his life, fighting for his team. Comes away with the ball. He's still in the box, and there's no call, but it's a corner for South Florida. Great job by Jody L to fight for that ball. And he comes away with a corner for South Florida. Jody L playing a little bit higher up the field now. Coach Jordan at least made some changes tactically, trying to get back into the attack here. Here comes the corner. Jaden fronting the goalkeeper. Ball goes in. Deflected. Oh, goalkeeper comes away with it. And rolls it out, but Gabrielle there to poke it away. Good mindset from Gabrielle there. Throw from Orlando City. They look a little rattled. And South Florida coming at them hard. Another deflection by Brian. Orlando City throwing this ball forward. Crosby trying to deflect it away. Kicked away by Don. Orlando City back on the ball. That time taken away by Crosby. Crosby passing it to Joaquin. Joaquin to Jadiel. Jadiel back to Crosby. Crosby's got room to run here. He's got some speed. He's trying to get through. Oh, what a tackle from the number 9 of Orlando City. Crosby is down on the ground, though. Let's take another look. Crosby into the box. Oh, he gets the ball. Not a penalty, at least not in my eyes. But, man, what a tackle from number 9. Hopefully Crosby is okay. But, man, you got to like the effort there. Crosby back on his feet, limping a little bit, but got the corner. We'll see if South Florida can do one here. All over. Gabrielle got a head to it. It just floated in the air, kicked away by Orlando City. South Florida is going to have a throw. South Florida threatening here. As we take another look, you can see Gabrielle gets on it. Just couldn't get enough pace on that ball. It just goes up in the air. And good clearance from the Orlando City player. Can South Florida get one in the back of the net here? They are trying like nobody's business. As this ball goes into Brian. Brian puts it across. Jaden with the header. Orlando City keeper. Oh, Orlando City keeper comes away with it. Gives a little business to Gabrielle on his way out to the line. South Florida take it again. Joaquin now into Gabrielle. Keeper coming out from Orlando City. Wow. Comes out, completely takes out Gabrielle and scoops up that ball. Orlando City now trying to get on the attack, trying to gain some momentum, as it's been all South Florida here in the last few minutes. Orlando City now playing it across. Here comes Jadiel to apply some pressure. Orlando City going back in the attack, cutting it in. Oh, Julian trying to take that ball away. Matthew now in front of the ball, and then Jaden. Pass back across to the right side. Shot well over the goal. And possibly through the uprights on that field behind him. As we take another look here, see this Orlando City keeper comes right out on Gabrielle. Oh, very alert, very quick. Nothing Gabrielle could do there. As Orlando City staying alive to the onslaught of offense from South Florida. Colton passes to Matthew. Matthew kicks the ball long. Oh, right into the face of Joaquin. Ouch. As Brian tries to corral that one, can't do it. Orlando City's number 7 just slaloming through South Florida as Matthew pokes that ball away. And then a shot towards Colton, but harmlessly into the hands of the keeper. He kicks it long, and Joaquin comes away with it. Joaquin kicking the ball forward to Mora. Mora still on the ball, trying to find Johnny L. Can't do it. And the ball played across one more time. Orlando City coming forward. Here comes Orlando City into the middle of the field. Right to Crosby. Crosby playing the ball long, sees Jadiel. Jadiel on his horse, cannot get there, and looks like we have an offside call. Crosby with a lot of time there. It's a nice ball, but Johnny just a couple of feet offsides. But man, look at him trying to get all that effort in there. You heard the whistle. I know a goal is coming. I know a goal is coming. South Florida look to be the ones that score it. We'll see what happens here. We got plenty of soccer left. As Johnny L giving chase on that one. Can't come away with it. All played to the middle. Crosby giving chase now on the right side. Edon comes over and clears it up. And we might see some substitutions. Not sure if they came in yet, as Colton took this one pretty quick. Passed it off to Edon. Edon up the field to Gabriel. Gabriel trying to get it to Crosby. Can't do it. And it's out for a throw, which Orlando takes quickly and plays it back. Orlando with some time here. Just killing the momentum with the possession here. As Gabriel comes to try to take that one. He can't do it. Matthew now defending the ball. Brian coming over to try to take it away. Trying to get around the defender. Gets pulled from behind. And it's going to be another foul against Orlando. As you take another look here. This has been happening all game. Brian getting around or Jadiel getting around their defender. And it's an automatic pull from Orlando City to stop the attack. I'll tell you, it's not very sportsmanlike, but it is effective. As they prevent any run from South Florida, those midfielders getting the ball in an open space. Edon plays this one over the defender to Matthew, who hits it on the bounce. And it eventually finds Brian. Brian taking a shot. Oh, hits the keeper. He fumbles it, but no South Florida player there to address it. As the keeper rolls this one out. Orlando sprinting forward. But South Florida win it back. South Florida with players in attacking positions here. Can they make something happen? This ball played to Joaquin. Joaquin trying to play it across, but can't do it, and it's going to be a goal kick. You can see the tired legs. Joaquin has been running all day long, ladies and gentlemen. This is not easy pressuring this ball like he has done. But, man, you wish there was a little bit more. As you can see the shot here from Brian on his left foot. Oh, that keeper just fumbles it right there. If somebody was running out on that, that would have been a hellacious shot that they could have taken. As this ball played into the path of Joaquin, who slowed his run a little bit. And just the ball just a little too quick for him. As he tried to play that across to Gabriel, who was waiting to receive. But it looks like the offsides flag came up anyway. All right, Orlando City take this one short. Ale has come onto the field. So for one of the substitutions from Coach Jordan. Ooh, his number 6 pays for heading that ball. Don's going to get called for the foul there, unfortunately. Didn't really play the ball, kind of played the player. That's going to result in a foul every time. All right, well, we'll see what we have on this free kick. Orlando City with a number of players in the box. Here it comes. Oh, headed away. Looked like Matthew got a head to it. Put back in, kicked away by Edon. South Florida trying to get out on this ball. Oh, almost came away with one there. Julian now defending. He goes down in the box. Cross in front. I don't know who got rid of that one. Maybe Matthew. Blocked by Jaden. Jody now trying to come away with it. Tied up, and there's going to be another foul against Orlando City. No yellow cards against the Orlando City, but clearly the fouls are definitely heavily in their favor. As again, a midfielder comes down with the ball, and it's a foul to slow him up from Orlando City. All right, well, we'll see where this foul takes us. As, let's see, Martin has checked in. Nico has checked in. And this ball sent long up the field. Ale was trying to get there. Can't get on it. Nico giving chase. Ball played in front. Number 6 is running hard. Mora all the way back in the backfield to defend. Orlando City playing it across. Headed away by Matthew. Christian has checked in. He's trying to win for the ball. Jadiel giving chase. Back more of a central role, but swinging out left and right as needed. Nico there to defend that one. Ale now coming after the ball. Jadiel, ooh, a little bit of a tackle there. No whistle as the referee is letting this one play on. But then brings it back after a couple of passes have gone through and awards the foul to Orlando City. That little tackle there from Jadiel. Not really sure what the advantage was for Orlando to continue to play there, but I guess the referee may be a little gun shy off of his previous call to stop play. As Ali gets there to deflect that pass, but not that one. That one goes over. Oh no, and it's in the back of the net. Completely took me by surprise. Over Matthews' head. Oh, it looks like the center back gets a foot to it and just puts it in the corner of the goal. Oh, man. Nothing Colton could do. Unbelievable. 2-1 Orlando City with very, very little time left here, ladies and gentlemen. Very little time left. Let's see if South Florida can do something. They've made a lot of changes. They got a lot of fresh legs out there. Crosby giving chase on this one. Can he come down with it? He can. And he's in the corner trying to nutmeg. And Orlando City give the ball away for a throw. Crosby set up for the long throw in. Puts it into the box. Christian gets a foot to it. Martin gets a foot to it. Can't come down with it. Crosby now kicking it. Ale comes away with it. Ale playing it across the middle. Looking for someone. Can't find anybody. Jaden's going to come back on it. And I think we have a foul call on the play. You can see in here. Oh, just can't get through. But, oh no, is an injury as one of the Orlando City players is down on the ground. Looks like he has a leg injury. That's why play has stopped. But it looks like he's going to be all right. As Matt Hansen checks into the game. Going out to the left back. Ball drops. Played into the box. Hansen immediately gets ahead to the ball. It's going to be out of bounds. And another Orlando City player down the ground. Hansen with a long throw. In the box. Crosby tries to get ahead to it. Don now with the ball. Trying to run away. Ball gets poked free. Nico able to get a foot to it. Plays it over to Jaden. And it just outruns his legs. Throw for Orlando City. Well, we'll see how much fight South Florida still has in them. As this ball finds its way back to Matthew. Matthew lets it go by for some reason, but it draws a foul. So at least something went right there. As we take another look. And they had no pass to go. Tried to shield the ball. And I really don't see much of a foul there, but thankfully they called it for us. As this will be a free kick. Don set up to take it. Coach Jordan telling him where to put it. And it's long up the field. Headed forward. Matt Hansen giving chase. Cannot get there. But it's going to be a South Florida throw. Matt Hansen on a long throw. Jadiel with the shot. Oh. Not enough pace on that one to threaten. And it looked like it may have gone wide if it did. Orlando keeper comes away with it regardless. And rolls this one out short. South Florida starting to press every ball, every possession. This ball played forward. Don giving chase. Oh no, he gets a piece of the player there. Referee's going to his pocket. That's going to be his second yellow. If you don't remember, he got one for delaying the game by kicking the ball. So he's getting a red and is being sent off, and that is not good for South Florida as they go down to 10 men. We take another look here. Definitely going for the ball, but just doesn't get there in time and takes out the Orlando City player who is in on goal otherwise. So, good call from the referee. Bad luck for South Florida as hopes of trying to tie this game up are starting to slip away. As that shot goes in on goal, Colton deflects. And it looks like it's going to be a corner for Orlando. Oh, man. Well, that just deflated me completely, unfortunately. Down to 10 men. Orlando City heading the ball there. South Florida free kick. A lot of things got. As Martin takes a solid hit to the back there, trying to win that ball. Orlando City trying to get it back, but Martin comes in, and it's going to be a throw for Orlando City. Throw down towards Crosby. Crosby kicks it forward. Throw long. Christian trying to battle to get to it. Cannot do it. And it's going to be a throw for South Florida. Christian, a big kid in his own right, tying up with this number 20 from Orlando City. And they're going to have a little bit of a whistle there. And he gets the foul call, so that's good. Hansen on the ball. We're going to put this free kick somewhere in the box. Oh no, that does not go in the box. That is trouble. As Orlando City come flying forward now. They've got players. This is real trouble. Hansen trying to cover the ground. Hansen's getting there. Oh, and he's able to kick the ball away and save another potential shot on goal. But it gets a corner for Orlando City. What a slide tackle from Hansen to save this one-on-one opportunity. Oh, man. I was starting to see the same play with Adon and thinking we're going to have another player out on a red card. But Hansen able to get to the ball, close the gap in time. Orlando City takes a throw, not a corner. And they're working this ball into the corner to try to burn the clock. And it's going to be a throw for Orlando City. Just about up here, time. Unfortunately, this is going to go down as a loss for South Florida. I can't imagine any miracle happening here. Doesn't seem like the cards are in our favor. What does this mean for MLS Flex? Well, it means that they have to win out, essentially, in the few remaining games that they have in Flex competition. So, Orlando City, that much more solidified in their trip. South Florida Football Academy definitely have to climb a mountain now to have a chance at a trip to Maryland, as Orlando City going in again, trying to score another one. Goes right by Matthew. Shot, deflected, and that will do it here in Sanford, Florida. Orlando City 2, South Florida 1. Adon receiving a red card late in the game. He will not be available for the next game against Athletum, which I have to tell you, that is a tough pill to swallow. Hopefully John is back in time for that game or cleared, because that will be a very difficult game without our two starting center backs, as I can only assume that the players are significantly deflated after this game, having been so close to going ahead with the onslaught of offense that they had at the start of the second half. It looked so promising, South Florida, that they had this game. Orlando had completely switched off, and it's not a knock against the subs, but as soon as the subs came on, we lost some of that momentum, some of that attack, and we just looked a little uncoordinated. So, not a knock on the subs, but that's what happens when you change personnel. I think it had to be done. Our players definitely looked exhausted. They looked tired. They have been running a significant amount, Joaquin especially. And, this is the things that coaches have to do. So, no knock on the players. Still in it, although it's very difficult to say whether or not Maryland is in our future. But one heck of a game. One heck of a game from South Florida. 2008s are not having much luck. It looks like they're going to be at a loss for their game. As Adon talks to former coach Greg Curtis here at the closing point of this game. We hope to see you on the next run. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to click like and subscribe. Mad About Soccer if you wish to continue to see these games from 2009 South Florida Football Academy U15.
Yeah. Get the ball.